Hey folks, what's going on? It's me, Andrew Westmoreland, back again with yet another video. And unfortunately, my camera batteries are dead and they're charging, so I have to use a backup. So apologies for the change of format here. Now, I have breaking news out of that Turkey story, that story where Turkish security guards clashed with protesters outside of the Turkish embassy in Washington, D.C. We have a video that just surfaced where Erdogan is shown. He was in front of the embassy. He was speaking. He was sitting in a car, and he was surrounded by a ridiculous amount of security. And one of his guards lowers his head down into the car and talks to him. Now, it does appear that Erdogan personally ordered his security guards to go attack the protesters, and then he proceeds to get out of the car and watch. So I'm going to show you this video in just a second here, but I want to give you some more information on what has been happening. So initially, we said only 2 people were arrested and a few were injured, but it does look like that 11 people were actually hospitalized. Several members of law enforcement, including Secret Service, were actually assaulted during this event, this attack, this brawl. So just a quick recap on that. It's very, very important that you understand what was happening here. This story is quickly escalating into something much more than I initially thought it was. Before we get into any commentary, I'm going to go ahead and play that video for you in just a moment here, so we can watch this together. All right, roll it. And you see the private security guard, or his private bodyguard, reaching out in the car, getting orders. He goes and tells that guy, look. He nods, yep, and then he goes and runs. And then almost immediately after, just a few seconds later, you see all the mayhem start. So I mean, you know, this is speculation for sure. But and then you see this other angle of all the chaos. But it's pretty obvious, it's pretty clear that Erdogan personally ordered this to happen on American soil. This is not Turkish property. This is on American soil. Understand that. This is a huge, huge story. And you see Erdogan, more security and officials walk up. And then you see Erdogan step out of the car here in just a second. There he goes right there. And he's just watching the mayhem that he just ordered. And then he walks back into the, I believe that's the ambassador's residence. That it is not actually part of the embassy, as far as I'm aware. And that's it. Okay, so this is crazy news. It initially, it just looked like those guards clashed with protesters, and we weren't really sure what happened. But now we have this other angle where the evidence is there. It definitely looks like Erdogan personally ordered his private security to go attack those protesters. This is America. This is not Turkey, where he suppresses free speech, where he jails journalists, where he jails anyone who disagrees with him, anyone who opposes him politically. This is America, and we have the First Amendment, and people are allowed to protest here. They protested away across the street, as you can clearly see in the video, across the street from the property. Whether that is American soil or Turkish soil, they were clearly over there, and then he sent his private guards to attack these people. Now, there's a lot of speculation. I'm seeing some rumors where there were definitely American citizens in that group of protesters who were assaulted by Turkish bodyguards. That is a problem. And I think a lot of people are freaking out on this video because this story, because a foreign government sent their private goon squad to attack American citizens. People are saying, "Oh, PPK and these are terrorist supporters, Armenians and Kurds and all this other crap." Listen, I'm not going to get into that political nonsense. That is between the Turkish people, and that is something that they have to deal with. What we are talking about is a foreign government attacking American citizens on American soil. People were hospitalized from this. This isn't a joke. These were armed guards, armed thugs who beat our people. I have a problem with that, and I'm not the only one. So John McCain actually came out and made a statement. He put out a tweet today that says, "This is the United States of America. We do not do this here. There is no excuse for this kind of thuggish behavior." And he links the video from Voice of America. So this is really, really important stuff here. It is not a joke. This is incredibly complicated. Now, understand that with John McCain, he did ask for Turkey to officially apologize, and he said that some of these other Republican lawmakers said that this was an affront to to the United States. There's even more. Apparently, the United States State Department has summoned the Turkish ambassador to speak on this matter, because this is unheard of. This is uncalled for. This does not happen here in America, where a foreign government just feels like they have the right and free reign to just send their goon squads out to attack our people. Like, this is crazy. Like, I cannot imagine a situation where this would be acceptable in any other country in the world. And I'm going to make this statement. This is a very, very strong statement that I don't usually do, but I think this situation warrants it. The Turkish ambassador and all of those guards need to be removed from America immediately. Their diplomatic immunity, if that is what they have, needs to be revoked, and they need to be kicked out and sent back home. They do not belong here, and that kind of behavior is completely unacceptable. If we went over to Turkey and we did something similar to that, there'd be riots in the street right now. I'm really confused why this story still hasn't gotten a whole lot of airplay. Now, understand it's starting to rise as we learn more and more, but this is a crazy, ridiculous story, and if anything, you would imagine there would be a huge investigation, and whatever your political affiliation is, it really doesn't matter here. What we're talking about is Americans' rights being violated by a foreign country in our own territory, in our capital, mind you. So this is absolutely insane stuff here. I'm gonna send you a ton of links with this one, at least 4 or 5. So you can see this stuff for yourself, so you can comb through it. And this is just really, really, really ridiculous. I have another quote from John McCain. He is just really angry about this as well. He said on MSNBC's Morning Joe this morning, he said, "We should throw their ambassador the hell out of the United States of America. This kind of thing cannot go unresponded to diplomatically." I agree 100%. What we're talking about here, again, I'm being very repetitive because a lot of people do not get it. What is happening here is that a foreign government is using force. They're using their thuggish, their authoritarian tactics here on American soil, on and against Americans. Totally unacceptable. It doesn't matter what a political affiliation is. It doesn't matter if they were neo-Nazis, if they were anti-fascists. It doesn't matter what their political affiliation was whatsoever. It doesn't matter what they were protesting, what they were there for. The fact of the matter is that here in America, we have the right to free speech, and we do not have to tolerate being attacked by a foreign government. This is like the biggest ridiculous story that I've seen probably this month, and I have not been this angry in a while, because We have enough problems here in America with police overstepping their authority and their power, but to see that a foreign government, and I'm incredibly repetitive here, to see a foreign government attacking our people who are peacefully protesting is fucking ridiculous. These people have to go immediately, and there needs to be a huge, massive investigation. Completely unacceptable. So I'm going to leave it there before I keep rambling more on this and ranting. Please comment down below and let me know what you think. This is just absolutely ridiculous story. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. And if you like what I'm doing, you've seen some of my videos, please consider becoming a Patreon. Every little bit helps, and it definitely helps grow this channel for the future. So thank you for watching, and remember that I'm your centrist voice of reason in a time of hyper-partisan lunacy. See you next time, folks.